Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting the with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today we are at the final installment of our week-long segment on what gun would you buy if you had this much money to buy a new carry gun, which might be your only handgun. And today we've reached the unlimited level. So today you can choose any handgun you would buy as a carry gun, which might be your only handgun. If you had an unlimited budget, someone else was paying for it, let's say. You won a contest, you get whatever free handgun you want. What would you choose in that unlimited budget? And like I said, since it's unlimited, the only thing you really got to be able to say here is this is a gun I would carry. And as usual, I'll start it off here. And I'm not going to be able to say the gun that I think a lot of people would think I would say here. I'm not going to be able to say that gold plated Python, because I can't carry that. I would never, ever carry it. There's a 24 karat gold Python. I think most people know I very much am in love with. It's an unrequited love because it will never be returned to me because I can't afford the gun. With an unlimited budget, I'd love to buy it, but I would never carry it. It's too beautiful. Even if I didn't pay for it, it's too beautiful to damage. So what I would choose if I had an unlimited budget to buy a carry gun for myself that I would actually carry, it's the Spore Club 3.0. That is their 3-inch revolver. If you've never seen it before, I'll show a quick picture of it here. It is such a nice gun. Let's see. Do I got the picture of it over here? Yeah, right here it is. That's it right there. That's what I would buy. The 3-inch Spore revolver. One person in our chat that comes in here every now has one of these, and they are the most despicable person in the world, and I hate them. But that's what I would choose if I had an unlimited budget to get a carry gun. It would be the Spore 3-inch revolver. Just a beautiful gun overall, amazing. Kind of looks all modern, but still a revolver and looks all cool, nice shapes to it. It's just a perfect gun, I think. At least I'd like to find out. So, and I would still carry that because not going to damage it. But and if I do, it's stainless steel. You can buff it out, so not too worried about it. But let's go over here now that I've weighed in and see what other people got to say. What would they buy with their unlimited budget? And remember, you out there in YouTube world, be thinking about what you would buy too. Maybe it'll be something different than what these people would buy. Aaron Talks Firearms said Korth Mongoose 44 Magnum with a 4-inch barrel for semi-autos, Wilson Combat 1911 CQB. And for those who don't know, that's close quarters battle, I guess. Good choices. The Mongoose, awesome. I have a Mongoose. The only thing I'm sad is I got my Mongoose back when they were doing the normal cylinder release. Doesn't have the little button in the back. I want the one with the button in the back. So about my Mongoose. In fact, I've thought about selling my Mongoose and getting me that gold-plated Python. Let's see. The Heasley Monster chimed in, says CZ Shadow 2 Target. Good choice. That's a good gun, and you could actually carry it. I'm surprised someone didn't say that. I'm waiting to see if someone says that CZ Parrot today. That thing was kind of cool. I liked the color combination. I see why they call it the Parrot. I'd never heard of it till yesterday when someone chose it, but it was too expensive. It didn't fit in the category. Who was it did that yesterday? I'll remember here in a bit. Jacoby Cochran says, hey, Yank, it's been a while, but I would get a Galil. You gonna carry that, really? All right, I guess it's on you. That is on you. Jacoby Cochran ain't been here for a while. We got the other Jacoby been filling in, but he's, it's not the same. Different Jacoby. And then we got Mikey D. Colt Custom Competition Stainless Steel 45. SS 45. I guess that's for stainless steel. Colt Customs are nice. That's a nice 45 and very carryable. Definitely a carry gun. Fort Lawrence Custom Commander 1911 and 10 millimeter. I couldn't find a specific model, but I'm sure someone would sell me one. Well, there's all kinds of guns that are in 1911 and the 10 millimeter. Nighthawk makes some really nice ones. I've got My 10 millimeter Nighthawks are all the 5-inch barrels, but I'm pretty sure they make them in 4 1/4 inch barrels. I think Dan Wesson has a 10 millimeter and a 4 1/4 inch barrel. So there's different options out there, and I'm sure the custom manufacturers could make one if they don't make it standard. So yeah, I think you can do that, and 10 millimeter makes it actually worth carrying. 1911s are very carryable. 10 millimeter makes it worth carrying. Dale Rickety says Nighthawk 1911 SS 10 millimeter. Like I said, Nighthawk. Those are nice. I've got a couple 10 millimeter Nighthawks. Both of mine are stainless. One of them is stainless, but it's got a chrome coating over parts of it to make it matte, and the other one is just matte stainless. One I had built from the ground up, one I did not. That was expensive. I had to save up for a while and save a lot of sell some guns to get that. John M. Mandrick chimed in, says, I'll keep my LCP2 or P365. I'll carry those all the time. Well, that's no fun. You got unlimited money to spend. You don't have to actually carry it. Why would you turn down an option to get a free gun on someone else's dime? Come on, don't be a stick in the mud. Stick in the mud. Edgar Cortez said Glock 23 40 cal. Well, that's going kind of cheap, I think. That's awful. That's an odd choice for unlimited funds to spend. Because I'll tell you what, you give me $10,000, I'll get you a Glock 23. Practical Bacon said Korth NXR 44 Magnum 4-inch if carrying the 6 is purtiest gun ever made. I have the Korth in the 4-inch and the 44 Magnum, and I have a problem with that gun too, because right after I bought it, it took me a while to save up and sell a bunch of guns to get it. And when I did, by the time I bought it, I got it out of layaway. They had come out with an 8-shot 357 Magnum version, which I would rather have. So I can't win for losing. Ghost Shadow said 1911 long slide Hunter with double stack frame, 460 Roland with an optic. He's been wanting to say that all week. In fact, he said it a couple of times already, and he got a buzzer because it was not in the right price range. So now he finally got to say it and not get a buzzer. I could give him a buzzer anyway, just for not following the rules that I set for it at the beginning. Mr. Furley says Staccato HD 9mm with SRO. Although, unlimited and you choose a 9mm, but, I guess so on you, I guess. If you get attacked and it's not good enough to stop them, but staccatos are cool. I have a staccato. I wish you could get them in 40. I really just wish you could get them in 40. And that was Mr. Furley, by the way. Did I click on Ghost Shadow when I read his? I think I did. But this was Mr. Furley that said the Staccato HD 9mm. Fire Goozy Wilson Combat EDC X9 Subcompact. Well, there's an odd choice, but I didn't think I'd hear that one. But those are nice guns. I love those guns. They're so pretty. Especially love the recessed crown on the barrels. They're just a really nice looking gun. I love a recessed crown. I'm a sucker for a recessed crown on a 1911. I just think it's the best looking barrel you can get on a 1911. The ones that don't stick out any past the end and then they kind of curve in. They have an inward curve on the barrel cut, a inverse crown. So I like those a lot. Mark Lax said Dan Wesson DWX or Staccato 2011. I'd go with the Dan Wesson. But, they're both 9mm, but I think I'd go with the Dan Wesson because there's no polymer involved. So I think that would be the better option. But, you get whichever one you want. You're good. Go Shadow says YouTube owned by Google. That is owned by Alphabet in Mountain View, California, owned by Sergey Brin, a Russian-American billionaire. That's about something we were talking about earlier. Just so everybody knows. Because we talk a little bit before we get started with the first chat, and then we talk a little bit in the middle before we get started with the open chat that doesn't make it to the cuts the next day, so that I don't say something stupid that gets us in trouble, gets me a strike. Spud Gun says, Manhurin MR73 6-inch if I had the paperwork. See, over there, he's got to get permission. Because, you know, he's one of them Europeans. Adam Jacobs, I guess. Smith & Wesson Model 327 TRR8, 8-shot 357 Magnum. Good choice. Good choice. How much do those run now? Are those really in the unlimited category? Did those get over 1,500? That's expensive. I've got one, but I didn't know they were that pricey. I got the TRR8. I don't have the R8. I almost wish I'd got the R8, but I like the TRR8. I think I went with the R8 because the bottom rail's removable on it, and it isn't on the R8. The TRR8 one does. Casey Two Guns. Kimber Camp Guard 10 millimeter. That's one of my favorite want to have 10 millimeters. That is a beautiful gun with beautiful grips. Really love that gun. I would love to have it. I don't have it, but I would like to. So I approve of that choice, definitely. Richard Wilson. I got to stop saying between every. That's one of my bad habits. And it really reverberates in the microphone. But I'm still going to do it because I don't like silence. Dan Wesson Bruin 10 millimeter from Richard Wilson, another gun I have, and it's an awesome gun. Love that 6-inch barrel. I like the coloring on the gun. I like the ergonomics of the gun. Now, I did add some stuff to mine, like a magwell and an ambi safety, stuff like that. But I think, did it have the ambi safety already? I might have had to add the ambi safety. I think I added the ambi safety. So, and I put antler grips on it, you know, the elk grips on it. But yeah, good gun. Really, really good gun. John Mandrick said, course the rule, cause the rules say actually carry. Well, lie. Jeez. You can either be interesting or you can be honest. You can't always be both. Casey Two Gun says, change mine to Spore 3-inch revolver. A copycat. He copied my answer right directly off my fucking page. He didn't even say it before me. He said it after me. If they would have, I don't know. Did I tell people in the before chat? I told him what it could have been. I don't think I told him what it was. So but he still definitely cheated. He copied my answer. But that is our final answer of the day. That's our last person weighing in. How about you out there in YouTube world? What would you choose if you had an unlimited budget to choose? Let's say you're buying your first carry gun, and it might be your only handgun you own. You had an unlimited budget, buying it on someone else's dollar. What would it be? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to weigh in on one of these topics in person, come to one of our live chats. We do them every day at 6 p.m. except for Wednesdays when they're at 7 p.m. Hope to see you in one soon. And remember, if you're not a Patreon member of the channel, you got tonight until midnight to join to be registered for one of the 2 vampire killing rounds. They're solid silver and they got a wood core. So these are actually live fireable rounds. I wouldn't give you a round you couldn't actually take out a vampire or a werewolf with. So if you want to get registered for that, go to Patreon, my Patreon, patreon.com/Yankee Marshall, and sign up as a $5 or more supporter. You'll get an entry for every $5. Unless you do a $20 tier, then you get 5 entries. But like I said, hope to see you in a live chat soon. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.